Just before we take on the issues for the world, it's actually one of those issues for the day. You have seen that report as well, that there's been some killings in two communities in Jamal local government area of Kaduna State. And the figures seem to have been increasing. First it was 6, then it was 7. Now we hear that as of yesterday it was 8. And so how far so far? How did we get here? Is this a continuum of the things that we've been having before? Thought we already had a lead on this. Well, the Commissioner for Internal Security and Home Affairs in Kaduna State, Samuel Aruwan, joins us this morning just for a quick update. Good morning and thank you for joining us, Mr. Aruwan. The natural question anyone would want to ask is, wait a minute, is this a continuation or this is completely different? What exactly happened? Please give us an update.
Well, thank you very much, Ayo, for having me. Well, as a matter of fact, on the 28th of November 2020, the Nigerian military carrying out security operation in southern part of the state under the auspices of Operation Safe Haven, reported to Kaduna State government of an attack in one area called Ngwampa in Jamal local government area of the state. And according to the military, a header one Isiaka Saidu was actually killed by unknown persons. So immediately, the security agencies embark on a massive investigation, and at the end of the day, 3 suspects were actually arrested. So after about 4 hours, that is in the early hours of yesterday, 29th of November 2020, the military again reported back to the state government that unknown gunmen had attacked Ngwambidu in the same local government area, and 6 locals were actually killed. And immediately the state government received the operational feedback from the military. We issued out a statement detailing what actually transpired. Furthermore, the military come up again with another update informing the state government that so far it has arrested 5 suspects who are presently being interrogated ahead of prosecution. 4 houses were set ablaze, 4 persons were injured, and 2 children were also missing in Ngwambidu. As at yesterday, the military further reported back to the state government that 2 children were saved. They were sighted wandering in a forest after their pastoralist parents fled the area. So for now, this is the update that I have. Aside the fact that 1 other dead body was also discovered yesterday, making the total number, making it 8 people were confirmed dead as we speak.
Okay, well, one also asks, the number of questions a number of people would want to ask you is, what is the source of this one? How come this happened? I know that, you've done extensive work as far as, all of these issues of security in Kaduna are concerned, and I also know that there is an intelligence network of sorts. So what happened that we were not able to get ahead of this such that we lost 8 people in Kaduna South?
Well, I think only investigation will unravel the entire story. But what is factual is the fact that a 13-year-old header was killed, as reported by the military in their operational feedback to the government. Furthermore, in the early hours of yesterday, like I said, there was another attack in which 6 local were also killed.
So just quickly on that one, Mr. Aruwan, just quickly on that one, The first one happened on Saturday. The second one happened on Sunday. Was it a reprisal?
Well, from what the military informed us, it's a killing and counter killing, and investigation is in progress. So as soon as the military and police conclude the investigation, you will get to know the entire story. But what is apparently clear is a killing and counter killing.
You know, for some people, they say that this is a resurgence of the violence which we've seen over time in that area. You say that you need investigations to unravel this, but we've had attacks in the past. What came out of them? What was the result of the investigations? Perhaps this might help us understand what we're seeing now. So what do you have about the previous attacks across areas in southern Kaduna?
Well, as you know, security issues or security challenges are not only happening in southern part of the state or Kaduna state. We have security challenges across the state. But one thing is very clear: the government is strengthening the justice system so that whosoever that is found wanting will face the law. And ahead of that, beyond boots on the ground, that is beyond physical security that are on the ground, government is also driving a peace building initiative that is driven by the Kaduna State Peace Commission. So we are doing a lot, but the major thing, the major problem that pose a big challenge is failure to recourse to the law. Since 2015, when this administration came on board, government have made it very clear that if pastoralists in the course of grazing come under attack or have any challenge, what they should do, they should report, they should recourse to the law. And the same thing is applicable to farming communities or communities that host herders. If someone goes to the farm and is missing, or if there is any problem, what they should do, they should report. All sides must recourse to the law. Failure to recourse to the law has been a major problem and has been source of the incessant conflict that we are witnessing, not only in Jama local government, but in largely the flashpoints in southern part of the state. But I have told you, we've made progress so far. 5 people have been arrested. Investigation is in progress, and at the end of the day, all of them will be charged to court.
Well, yes. You say that this is as a result of people, in quote, taking laws into their hands. But you also said that if, for example, a pastoralist is attacked during grazing, so that's also a root cause of what we're seeing. So the question will be, I'm sure you've seen trends of attacks happening during grazing for pastoralists or for farmers, you know, vice versa over time. So in that area, yeah, the law aside, but in the area of grazing, ensuring that those attacks don't even happen or people maybe respect their boundaries or respect their lands, what is the government doing regarding that?
Well, we've been doing a lot of confidence building and peace engagement. And I have also informed you that the Kaduna State Peace Commission is pursuing an aggressive peace building across the state. As we speak now, the Peace Commission has assembled a group of experienced and respected clergy from across the two faiths who involved in for engagement to really to deepen the peace building process. And on the side of the government, again, you cannot also ignore the fact that you need physical security, even though it is practically impossible to have security asset in all the nook and crannies of Kaduna State. But what is important is communities must understand that peace is important. Communities must also resolve to live in peace. And that is why since 2015, this administration has been preaching one clear message that everyone must recourse to the law. That is why I cite an example here by saying that if pastoralists in the course of grazing come under attack, on no account should they take an action without recourse to the law. And the same thing is applicable to farming communities or communities that host headers. If someone goes to the farm and he's missing, or if there's any problem, what all sides must do must to recourse to the law. Because if all sides recourse to the law, most of the bloodshed, most of this conflict that we are witnessing will not be there, or there will be gradual reduction of violence.
Yeah, Ms. Arua, very quickly before we let you go, you talked about and have quoted copiously what the military has done in this intervention, this one in particular. But you haven't mentioned the role of the police or other security agencies who should be ahead of this one as well. What's the role of other security agencies in ensuring internal security in Kaduna, and what kind of collaboration are we having?
I think by virtue of what I have explained, other security agencies are not isolated or diverse. For instance, the Operation Safe Haven that is working in southern part of the state is a tri-service outfit. And again, there are police, there are civil defense, there are plainclothes police that are part of their operation. Added to that, there are 2 mobile police force squadrons that are on the ground in southern part of the state. The squadron in Kafanchan, the squadron in Kaduna, personnel were drawn from the squadron in Kaduna and other squadrons to join up. So what I have said, I did not in any way isolate the role of police and other security agencies. As we speak, we have interagency collaboration alongside with government, and we're doing a lot of engagement. I have told you that this morning there is a certain group that was inaugurated by the governor, Kaduna House of Family. This House of Family is a group of seasoned and experienced and respected religious leaders from the 2 faiths in the state. The Kaduna House of Family is co-chaired by the duo of Sheikh Ahmed Gumi and also Apostle Nuhu Kuri. They are right now in southern start engagement for critical stakeholders. So we're doing quite a lot beyond the issue of physical security and government in providing logistic and mobility support to security agencies.
Well, we can only wish you, the very best in all of this, and ensure that as much as possible, no more life is lost because of insecurity and all of that. And whatever else needs to be done, we trust that you would do your best to ensure that no more lives are lost, because every life lost in Nigeria is very, very precious. Samuel Arua, Commissioner for Internal Security and Home Affairs in Kaduna State, thank you so much for your time and thoughts.
You're welcome.